is yours, the world is yours.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Leak, and I want to talk about something very random. Now, let's talk about a what if, right? Let's talk about Wick in Dead by Daylight. Now, if you don't know the game Wick, or should I say like the Wick children in Dead by Daylight, but if you don't know Wick, right? Wick is basically is pretty simple. Well, from my point of view, because I don't really know the game like that, but just from a brief summary, some teenagers head out into a forest, like abandoned, like it's all dead. Any forest is dead. I don't even know why I said abandoned forest, but they head into this forest at nighttime, and they playing this game called Wick. So basically, they have the protagonist blindfolded the whole time as they talking and go into the forest, and then as they arrive there, they take off her blindfold. Well, she takes off her blindfold, and they just dip out and they leave her there to play the game. But apparently, what goes wrong is that there really are children who died over there from a house that apparently got burned down, and the children's bodies were never found. Like their bodies were gone. So basically, that house is over at that forest area. So while she's playing the game, she's supposed to encounter these children, which she does. And when she does, these children try to kill her. So how I feel about that in DBD, I feel like it'll be pretty cool. Like, just not even like, don't get me wrong, like the license probably wouldn't be that special, just because of the fact that the game is not that well known. Like, I doubt people like never really, like, they're not iconic. Like, people don't really know that game. At least I'm assuming that. But just because of the fact that I'm really in love with the idea of having multiple killers in one game. Now, what I mean by that specifically is that multiple killers literally in one trial. Like, for example, like Legion. Remember when I talked about the what if with when I was talking about Joker and DBD? Basically, like, what if Frank, Susie, Joe, and wait, I'm forgetting one. And Frank, Susie, Joe. Who am I forgetting? Frank, Susie, Joe. Oh yeah, and Julie, right? So yeah, what if they're all in that one trial together? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, killing survivors. Basically, I would want to put that also on top of Wick. I know that's kind of repetitive because I said that with the Joker concept. Basically, that he will have multiple different powers, but with Wick, I think it'll be pretty cool. Not because of the fact that you're actually facing children. Like, it's actually like actual children that you're facing. They will be like the youngest killers in the game, so that would be a pretty cool thing just to have in DBD alone, that you're actually running away from children this time, and not just teenagers or adults or even old people. But yeah, just the fact that these kids, these creepy looking kids, right? They will just have just special abilities. Now, like, I heard different Legion concepts as like where it's like you play as Frank, and then Julie is probably hiding in the locker, and then you have to go in that locker to swap out and play as Julie, something like that. But I never really heard like the fact that they will all do something different. Now, my thing with Wick is that once you, like, as you're playing the game, right, as you play through the game, you come across the kids, obviously, and they all have different counters. It's almost like Friday Nights at Freddy's coming across different animatronics. Like, they all have different counters. You know what I'm trying to say? But my thing is that with this, it will be kind of like the idea of how people said that you could swap out a Legion member for another Legion member, but instead it would be a different power for every time. So that would make it a bit more scary. Now, it's the smiley face kid. Like I said, I'm not good with names. It's the smiley face mask kid. I'm just gonna call him that smiley face kid. Smiley face kid. He just pursues you. He just runs pretty fast. He's more like the basic. He's the first kid you run into in the game, and then you got the second one that's a bit kind of gives you like a an eerie vibe. It's all he gives you like an eerie grudge vibe because he cracks and you just hear his bones cracking, something like that. And he has like a sad face. I'm gonna call him Sad Face Kid. Yeah, so basically Sad Face Kid is like, you have to like, what did you have to do? Like, I don't think you were supposed to look at him. He almost had like a Slenderman vibe. You know how when you look at Slenderman, your screen just starts to mess up. You're not supposed to be looking at him. You just have to keep going forward. Basically, that's the same thing with that's the Sad Face Kid. Now the other two, I'm not too sure. I know it's the girl. I think you just have to stay away from her. You have to stay away from her screams because I think her screams slow you down. I haven't played that game in a minute, but it's the little girl with the hoodie. And she screams and she has telepathic abilities, so you have to just stay away from her screams because they can slow you down. And then this is one kid. There's this one chubby kid. He's almost like he's like the brute of the group. So he would just be the one just like breaking everything and stuff like that. He'd probably break pallets faster. So yeah, like I'm guessing the smiley face kid, he will be the one that how can I say it, that will increase the power gauge, or I'm guessing like it'll have that Oni concept again, I guess, because like I don't really have an idea of someone getting their power or having their power swap out. Instead, like, you wouldn't just want to have your power swap out, you know what I'm just saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to, like, you know how each killer has to earn that. Like Michael Myers, he has to stalk you until he gets to evil a certain like evil within 2 or 3, and then only has to hit you until he gets to his blood fury. So when it comes to these kids, I'm guessing Tim, maybe this, right? Maybe the more he chases you, or even the fact that he's just in chase with you, that will increase the power gauge, because of the fact that he just likes pursuing you in the game. He's the first person that pursues you in the game. So I think that would be pretty cool, to the point where if you just, as soon as he just activates the chase and his power gauge is full, he could swap out as another the Sad Face Kid. It will kind of have like an order to it, because of the fact that the brute, I feel like, will be the most, he will be the one that would down you. Like, he will be the one that could just down you instantly or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, go for basic attack or range attack or something like that. But yeah, the Tim, the happy face kid, I mean, I think his name is Tim, but yeah, Tim, he will get his power gauge like that by just activating and being in the chase. So you don't need, like, the good thing just off that is, like, you don't really need to do anything. You just, as soon as, like, the fact that you're in chase already increases your power gauge, and it'll just keep, like, increasing it. And then you swap out as the sad face kid, and he will have some sort of reverse ghost face mechanic where you can't look at him. Mind you, spoiler, the concept I'm coming out with has something to do with that little power teaser. But anyways, the sad face kid will have some sort of reverse ghost face thingy where you can't look at him. And the girl will be kind of interesting. I feel like she will have something where if you're in her terror radius and then she screams, their position will be revealed, or she will just slow you down as soon as she screams. So she will kind of have that, like, she will be pretty annoying, because of the fact that since her screams slow you down and she could just activate it when she wants to, she could probably scream and then slow you down and then get to catch up to you. Like, she will kind of have like that Freddy Pinhead type of vibe. She'll be like the slow down of the group. She will be the one that just slows you down and just makes you just slow down because of her screams, I guess. But to make it a bit more interesting, maybe like there will be a meter, kind of like Plague, where the more she screams, and if you're close to her and she screams, your meter will start to go up, and then you become broken, kind of like Plague, and then she could just down you with one hit. So she would basically just have to keep screaming in order to injure you or get you broken. That's with her. And then the brute, he would be kind of like, I feel like he would just have like some sort of, he would be the more boring type, like probably power wise, because of the fact that he would just run around and then down you, and that's it. He would just run around and down you, and that's it. But I'm guessing he would be a bit like Oni, where he could just run around the map and then charge at you and then just get you down, something like that. Yeah, I don't know how he would be much like his power will be hard, but it will definitely have something to do with the exposed status effect. But yeah, that's my thoughts on having the game Wick in DBD. Is it gonna happen? Absolutely. I don't think so. Like it's very unlikely. Mind you, these what ifs are not if like they're not meant to be taken seriously at all whatsoever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yes, it will be cool in my opinion, it will be cool having these types of licenses, like these like low budget games in DBD. But is it likely? In all honesty, no, right? So I don't like the what ifs are not to be taken seriously. It's just a concept. It's just like a little mini concept. It's not like a full concept where I actually show like a full custom concept where I show like lore and then the power and then the inspiration. Like, I'm not showing all that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I leave those for my custom power concepts, which is one coming soon. But that's Wick and DBD. If you haven't played the game Wick, the game is not that bad. It's actually pretty scary. Has those little jump scares feels. It has you on your toes a little bit, keeps you on edge. I kind of like that game, but even though it has that Slender Man vibe where you gotta like pick up the pages and notes and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, this is the what if for Wick. So let me know if you guys liked it. If you do like it, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike the video. If you're new, subscribe if you mess with my videos. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace, take care, love y'all, and stay safe.
To the beat, to the beat, y'all.
Check it out.
Come on. 1, 2. What you gonna do?